The Rocky Report, brought to you by AMP, Avitas Group, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana, Bob Smith Motors, EBMS, First Interstate Bank, Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW, Northwestern Energy, Tiorama, Yellowstone Bank, and your local Ford store. And now, from Pizza Hut on 16th and Grand, your host, Bob Ritterott.
Welcome to the Rocky Report. I am your host, Bob Ritterott. Today we are joined by head football coach Brian Armstrong and women's volleyball coach Lori Kelly and head soccer coach Richard Duffy. Stay tuned, Rocky fans. This is the Rocky Report.
At Pizza Hut, we've got a carry-out deal just for you. Any pizza, any size, any crust, and any topping for just $10. You want a large hand-tossed pepperoni and mushroom? $10. Or maybe you're a large pan supreme kind of person. $10. Thinking about a combination of your own? Well, that's $10 too. That's any pizza, any size, any crust, and any topping for just $10. And get stuffed crust for just $2 more. This $10 carry-out deal ends soon, so hurry to Pizza Hut today.
My name's Charlie, and I've been rodeoing for about 12 years. You learn to love it, and you grow up with it all the time, and you have to get hooked on a rodeo by somebody, and that's your family. When I lost my granddad, it was pretty rough. Everybody loved him so much, and if he didn't smoke, he'd probably still be here. Athletes try to stay in the best of shape as they can, and smoking's not going to get you there. So I decided to stand up and help the Montana rodeo that I love break away from tobacco.
Our physicians and athletic trainers have been building better athletes for over 20 years. We are the official sports medicine provider to the Billings Mustangs, MSUB Yellow Jackets, and Rocky Mountain College Battle Bears. AMP ensures that athletes of all ages and skill levels receive the training and medical care for top performance and to stay healthy. AMP, Athletic Medicine and Performance, powered by St. Vincent Healthcare, Ortho Montana, and Yellowstone Surgery Center.
And welcome back. Let's get right into those highlights from this week.
The football team took on Eastern Oregon University, and they would have a good head start with Chase White throwing a quick touchdown pass to Andre McCullough, score 7-0. The Bears would punch in another touchdown, this time a short run by Jade Olson. Bears up 2 scores. But the Bears offense would lose momentum as they fumbled the ball in Mountaineer territory, and Eastern Oregon would capitalize with a short touchdown run by Jace Billingsley. The Bears would turn the ball over again, with Chase White being picked off by Jordan Payne, and the Mountaineers would be set up and cash in again with a 30-yard touchdown pass. The score now tied 14-14 before going into halftime. Third quarter, Chase White would be hit as he throws a quick pass to Dylan Woodall. Bears now back on top of the Mountaineers 21-14. Eastern Oregon would mount a solid drive and top it off with an impressive 32-yard touchdown pass, tying the score once again 21-21. The Mountaineers would attempt to put away the game at the last second, but this time the kicker would shank the field goal, sending the game into overtime. Rocky's offense on top of their game score on the first 2 plays, bringing the score up 28-21. But Eastern Oregon would fire right back with a trick halfback pass, sending the game into double overtime. This time, Eastern Oregon would start with the ball. Number 4, Zach Bartlow, rolls to his left and connects the pass with TJ Escalou. Score now 35-28. The Bears offense would respond with Chase White throwing a short pass to Jade Olson, and Olson would stretch the pylon, scoring the touchdown. But this time, Rocky would roll the dice and go for the 2-point conversion, and they would hit pay dirt as Chase White would rush in and upset the Eastern Oregon Mountaineers with a final score of 36-35. The men's soccer team continues to roll as they dominate their matches this week against Walla Walla with an unheard-of score of 12-1 on Wednesday and blow out Multnomah 14-0 on Friday. They remain undefeated, 9-0 overall and 5-0 in conference play. The volleyball team would roll as well, winning all 3 sets on Friday night's matchup against Montana Western.
And welcome back. We got head football coach Brian Armstrong. Coach, exciting game yesterday at Eastern Oregon, a big game.
Yeah, well, they're all big, and yeah, it was a pretty wild finish out in LeGrand, so exciting way to end it.
Came out of there with that win in double overtime. You're 2-0 in double overtimes now, you said.
Well, we won one last year against Western in Dillon, and managed to get one yesterday. So,
Coach, talk a little bit about that game. Over 450 yards total offense. Defense did a good job, pretty good job. Special teams. Just talk a little bit in general about the game.
Well, really, the first half we moved the ball pretty well offensively. Turnovers really hurt us. We had a fumble, we had a couple interceptions, and they scored off 2 of those to really make it. You know, if we can just take care of the ball a little bit better than the first half, it might be a little bit, definitely maybe over in 60 minutes and not having to go whatever it went. But defensively, we really got after them the first half. Like I said, they scored on a couple turnovers on short fields, but I thought defensively we did a real good job. Came out the second half and they had made a few adjustments and started to move the ball, and we were lucky enough that they missed a field goal at the end of regulation. It's kind of a windy day out there, and field goal kicker missed it, and we got a chance to go to overtime and found a way to get a win in the second one.
Coach, talk a little bit about Chase had a couple interceptions there, you know, tough, but offensively, it seems like your offense really starting. Cody Varner, a big one with 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, Cody did a real nice job. A lot of those came on, of course, he's got really good speed, but we had some success in he's our sweeper guy in the Wildcat formation, and so we got in the Wildcat some, and he did a good job running the outside zone play, and yeah, I think we ran for 220 yards or something like that, which is much improved, something that we definitely wanted to establish after last week's. We had struggled to run the ball a week ago, so that was definitely a point of emphasis for us.
Coach, I know I talked to you last year after the Western game, and you said that you guys had a play for that 2-point conversion. And then, did you have something in the back of your mind on that 2-point?
Well, we always have 2-point plays. I always have 3 or 4 of them in case we need them. The one we actually called was not one that was even on the sheet. It was just something that we'd seen during the game, and I'd written it down and tweaked the formation a little bit. And Chase did a good job of deciding which option he wanted to go with and put us in a good play, and it worked out.
Yeah, great chance to come out of there with that win. Deja vu, though, with they had that walk-off one last year.
Yeah, beat us with a walk-off field goal last year, so we felt very happy, very excited for our kids to get a win.
All right. As we go to break, let's take a look at last week's results.
As a driven business owner, you want to pursue your dream, not worry about administrative chores, employee benefits, and HR. With Avitas Group, you don't have to. We'll provide the solutions you need. Everything from payroll and taxes to online marketing and IT. For each and every operational need, Avitas Group has an entire team of diverse, specialized professionals. Follow your dream. Leave the logistics to us.
Okay, so you're officially off the clock. You better have a truck that can keep up. Ford F-150. From tailgating and touchdowns to suiting up and stepping out. It goes the distance with EcoBoost power and fuel economy, with all the slick details to keep you in the lap of luxury. Maybe that's why an F-Series truck is sold nearly every 42 seconds. Hey, get back to it, weekend warriors.
Now during the Built Ford Tough Sales event, get up to $10,986 total value on F-150. Only at your local Ford store.
Tire-Rama, we'll get you there.
Tire-Rama and Cooper Tires are driving home the savings this fall. Now through October 31st, when you buy a set of 4 qualifying Cooper Tires at Tire-Rama, you'll get up to a $70 prepaid Visa card back by mail. Take the money and ride this fall with Tire-Rama and Cooper Tires, starting August 28th through the end of October. See your local Tire-Rama for details. Tire-Rama, more than just a tire store.
And welcome back to the Rocky Report with Coach Armstrong. Coach, got a bye week this week. All the teams in the conference basically have a bye week this week. Talk a little bit about preparation this week. You take a couple days off, let the kids rest up, or?
We'll give them tomorrow off. So we'll meet tomorrow, but we won't practice. We'll practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'll give them a long weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we'll do some recruiting Friday night and go to some high school games. So get a chance to catch our breath a little bit, get some guys healthy. We've got, of course, 5 games into it. We've got some bumps and some bruises, and so get a chance to get some guys feeling a little bit better and focus on us a little bit, get back to fundamentals a little bit more than we've been able to the last few weeks, and see if we can get a little better.
Coach, talk a little bit about the Frontier Conference. It's a logjam at the top. You've got lots of teams with 3-1 there. You guys are sitting at 2-2. They kind of changed that playoff format a little bit. Is it possible for the Frontier to get 4 teams in the playoffs this year?
It'll be tough to get 3 teams, I think, especially this year where everybody is. 2, I think we got a good chance to get in. 3 would be very, very difficult, and 4 would be impossible. I think there's only 3 at-large bids typically now, and if one of those goes to the Frontier, you know what I mean? So it'd be hard to imagine 2 of those at-large going to the Frontier, but you never know what can happen, I guess.
I heard the old cliche the other day that kind of like a playoff atmosphere for some games, but it seems like the first game of the year in conference play in the Frontier's that way.
Well, it's just such a tough league. I mean, everybody's so even. You look at the scores from last week. I mean, there's really maybe only one team that's not competing week in and week out in the Frontier. But other than that, it's seven teams in there that can beat anybody on any given day, depending on how you play.
Well, as a spectator, you got to love that. As a coach, a little different.
Well, it's it is what it is. You just got to get your guys ready to play, and hopefully they're ready to play. And it comes down to coaches coach and players play. Yeah. So Saturday, it's kind of on the kids, and a little bit can't do much on Saturday.
No, coaches coach, and that's it. But no, I just think that was a great comeback, not comeback, but win for you on Saturday after a tough one at Carroll last week.
And the thing I was proud about the kids is it just seemed like, I don't know how many times we just couldn't get a break. We'd get a stop and we'd get an inadvertent face mask, or there are guys scrambling around and throws the ball across the field behind his body, everything you coach not to do, and they come up with 40, 50-yard completions off him. It was just like, geez Louise, what do we got to do to get a break? But our kids kept battling, and we found a way to get one.
All right, well, thanks for coming on, Coach. Congratulations on that big win in Eastern Oregon, and enjoy the bye week. And let's take a look at upcoming Rocky events.
At Northwestern Energy, part of delivering a bright future means being connected to all our communities. It means delivering safe and reliable power to your home while helping to power your business's success. It means actively planning for the future while investing in future generations. It means working to ensure your safety and comfort while comforting those in need. It's by working together that we're able to deliver a bright future. Because together, we're Northwestern Energy.
Picking up pieces of my life, sometimes there's ones I just can't find, but they found a home with you. And when I think about the things that we've been through, I know just one thing is true: life is better with you. Whoa, whoa, life is better with you.
At Pizza Hut, we've got a carry-out deal just for you. Any pizza, any size, any crust, and any topping for just $10. You want a large hand-tossed pepperoni and mushroom? $10. Or maybe you're a large pan supreme kind of person. $10. Thinking about a combination of your own? Well, that's $10 too. That's any pizza, any size, any crust, and any topping for just $10. And get stuffed crust for just $2 more. This $10 carry-out deal ends soon, so hurry to Pizza Hut today.
Upgrade. It means your day just got better. That's the idea behind First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. With every purchase, you earn points you can use to upgrade just about any aspect of your life. Even better, rewards come from your world, your neighbors, your favorite local businesses. It's the difference between dining out and dining out in style, your style. First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. Your style, your rewards.
And welcome back. We have head volleyball coach Lori Kelly. How are we doing today, Lori?
Really well, thank you.
You had one match this week. You took on Western here at home. Got to play at home. What was that like?
It was great. I mean, we love to play at home. We do have another week of home games, so we're excited about that. You know, playing at home is wonderful because the kids are in their own beds at night, and you're not coming off a bus and you know, jumping right on the court. So it's very, very enjoyable, and we're glad we got the win this weekend.
Talk a little bit about that win against Western. Got them 3-0 in that one, kind of a quick one, but talk a little bit about that match overall.
You know, we were prepared for Western. You know, they've won a couple games this year, and so we knew that they probably had something to give us. So, you know, looking at their stats, there are a lot of freshmen on their team, and freshmen have a lot of lessons to learn, of course, as do ours. And so it was a good game for a lot of our kids because we got to play relaxed. We've had 16 games, and 10 of those have been in the top 20 in the nation. So we haven't really had a game that people haven't been ranked. So it was kind of fun for us.
Did that give you a chance to get some players in that possibly get a look at to see?
Well, kind of, but volleyball's different. You know, you can take one sub or put a couple of new kids out there, and you just lose your intensity, or they don't gel, and all of a sudden, because it's not a time sport, you find yourselves behind. So I think volleyball is a little tougher to sub in.
Okay. Lori, you got a big weekend coming up, actually, taking on Great Falls and LC. LC was actually picked the team to win the conference this year, but talk a little bit. Let's start with Great Falls.
Well, Great Falls went down to LC this weekend and lost on the road. They were a team that was kind of hot in the beginning and then have lost a few. You know, I think it was a real good game. LC always plays better at home. They're kind of a homer. They get a big crowd, and it's kind of a hostile environment for everybody, I think. But Great Falls is coming in, and they'll be off the charts in the top 25 now because they've lost too many games. They lost to Carroll, and they lost to LC now. So it's very important for us to beat these guys because we cannot lose to unranked teams.
Okay, let's talk about LC. They were picked #1 by the coaches yourselves to be the preseason picks in the conference.
Yeah, well, it's everybody's opinion, you know. You know, we won the conference and went to nationals and picked #1 last year. Why you weren't picked #1 this year, who knows? You know, I mean, I'm not like that. Obviously, I couldn't vote for myself, so I voted for them as well. But if I were to pick a favorite, I'd probably pick us right now.
Lori, you were about this time last year is probably about when they started rating you #1 in the nation. You're #6 now. What's it like? Does it take a little pressure off you this year compared to last year with that rating? I know you like that #1 rating though.
You know, I'm never trying to be the #1. You know, but when you beat like #1 and 2 in the nation, you have to be #1. This year we did play the #1 team, and we played them to 5. And, you know, we could have easily been up there picked, but our goal is to stay in the top 10, so we don't have to play that playing game to get to nationals. And of course, our goal is to get to nationals. This is a really nice team, and they know how to win, and they know how to compete, so.
All right, well, thanks for coming on today, Coach Kelly. And after this, let's take a look at the student athletes of the week.
This week's Student Athletes of the Week include 2 members of the Battling Bear football team who led the Rocky to a Frontier Conference road victory over Eastern Oregon. Erwin Soto led the Rocky defense with 10 tackles, including 5 for losses of 22 yards and 1.5 quarterback sacks for -9 yards. The 6'4", 240-pound senior defensive end from Reno, Nevada dominated play up front. Our offensive honoree was Coney Varner, a 6', 195-pound junior running back from Baker, Montana. Cody had a big day on the ground with 13 carries for 100 yards and also caught 2 passes for 18 yards. Varner's efforts helped Rocky to the 36-35 win in double overtime. Congrats to our players of the week, Cody Varner and Erwin Soto.
At Pizza Hut, we've got a carry-out deal just for you. Any pizza, any size, any crust, and any topping for just $10. You want a large hand-tossed pepperoni and mushroom? $10. Or maybe you're a large pan supreme kind of person. $10. Thinking about a combination of your own? Well, that's $10 too. That's any pizza, any size, any crust, and any topping for just $10. And get stuffed crust for just $2 more. This $10 carry-out deal ends soon, so hurry to Pizza Hut today.
Local businesses large and small are the cornerstone of Montana's communities. And at Stockman Bank, we're honored to help them grow and prosper. We serve our fellow businesses with respect, care, and a personal touch. We know a good lender is a flexible lender who treats business owners as individuals with unique needs and goals. In other words, we treat them the Montana way. It's the only way we know. Stockman Bank. Montana banking, pure and simple.
My name is Carson. Rodeo has become a very big part in my life. To win a rodeo, you've got to be really dedicated, so I have to stay in shape. I really like when you're getting done with a run, because sometimes you have the highs and your lows in rodeo, but when you do good, it's really a great feeling. Tobacco, in my opinion, doesn't belong in rodeo. I mean, you can look at all the statistics, and it's just been a damaging, destructive product. Tobacco doesn't take center stage, not in my rodeo.
And welcome back, head soccer coach, Mr. Richard Duffy. Coach, you're 8-0 in conference play between the men and the women, I believe.
Yep, we're off to a good start. That's obviously the kind of halfway point in the season now. We're play a 16 to 18 game schedule, so it's been a good start so far.
Talk a little bit about the women first. I think they're 3-0 in conference, and kind of how that stacks up. You got a couple of fairly tough games going to Great Falls and Carroll, a couple old foes.
Yep, we're 3-0 in conference, 5-2-1 overall. So the kids have been surprising me. It's been a good year so far. We had 13 new players and 13 returners, so it was just trying to find the right mix, you know. But I think we've found that now, and got some players that are scoring goals. Mandy Acton, I think, has 4 in the last couple of games, so she started to kind of catch fire a little bit. So, but then this weekend, yeah, 2 tough, obviously ex-Frontier Conference teams, yes. You know. Great Falls and Carroll, so there'll be no surprises there. We both know kind of what each team's bringing, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Talk a little bit about the other teams compared to in the Cascade Conference compared to what you used to play in the Frontier. I know there's a lot more of, but competition-wise.
Yeah, it's the top end's pretty strong. There's some teams, Northwest and Corbin, that the record isn't necessarily that good this year, but they went out and challenged themselves playing top 25 teams. So. I think, like I said, based on their record, you don't think they're going to challenge you, but they definitely are. Some of the teams we've played, Southern Oregon, also don't have a strong record, but very competitive, and could have knocked us off at home. So.
Coach, let's talk about the men a little bit. I talked to you at a football game one day. You said this may be the best men's team you've had ever here at Rocky, and off to a good start in conference and overall as well.
Yep, doing great. The guys' team's just kind of solid all around. We've got last year I thought we were missing some attacking players, obviously graduating the National Player of the Year before. So my main goal was to bring in some kids that could score some goals for us, and we definitely have that. We got 3 freshmen up top for us at start, and I think each one of them has 5 or 6 goals each. So 9-0 overall, and ranked number 21 in the country, and hoping to move up a little bit on Tuesday.
Talk a little bit about what's different between this men's team this year compared to what you haven't had in the past that get you to this 9-0 mark?
I think it's depth. I think we've got depth at every position. Overall team speed, I think, is outstanding. So I think that's, and also obviously having, the goals are coming from everywhere. Jack Clancy's scoring 5 or 6 from the midfield, and then our 3 freshmen up top, like I mentioned, are scoring goals too. So it's tough for a team in the past. A team can kind of single out one of our players and kind of look to shut that player down. But this year we've got so much ability in those attacking areas that we're just causing teams lots of problems. So.
I think you have, what, 26 goals in the last couple of games, 26-2 or 0 or something like that. But and I was going through the stats there, and you got several people scoring multiple goals per game.
Yep, obviously we had a couple of games at home this week, and we're able to put some goals past the other team. But looking forward to, I think this next 2 weekends are going to be key for our season. I think we play Great Falls up there and then Carroll on Saturday, and then turn around and go to Oregon next weekend and play Corbin, who's currently undefeated also. So hopefully we can keep winning up until that Corbin game, and you never know where the season ends up, you know.
Well, we looking forward to hosting a lot of soccer here at Rocky in that championship round.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And thanks for coming on today, Coach Duffy. Appreciate it, and good luck with the future.
Sounds great, thank you.
All right, when we come back, we'll take a look at the Frontier and the Cascade Conference standings.
Ford Focus on Child Hunger is an effort here in the region to make sure that our kids are getting enough to eat by providing more food to families in need. Just last year, we provided over 300,000 snacks and lunches in the Northwest. Every day, 1,000 kids around the Northwest are fed thanks to Ford Focus on Child Hunger. When kids have the nutritious food they need, they really can just be kids. The partnership between Ford Fund, local food shelters, and the Boys and Girls Club is absolutely amazing. That's really what it means to go further.
Our physicians and athletic trainers have been building better athletes for over 20 years. We are the official sports medicine provider to the Billings Mustangs, MSUB Yellow Jackets, and Rocky Mountain College Battle Bears. AMP ensures that athletes of all ages and skill levels receive the training and medical care for top performance and to stay healthy. AMP, Athletic Medicine and Performance, powered by St. Vincent Healthcare, Ortho Montana, and Yellowstone Surgery Center.
At Northwestern Energy, part of delivering a bright future means being connected to all our communities. It means delivering safe and reliable power to your home, while helping to power your business's success. It means actively planning for the future, while investing in future generations. It means working to ensure your safety and comfort, while comforting those in need. It's by working together that we're able to deliver a bright future. Because together, we're Northwestern Energy.
Thank you for joining us for today's show. A big thank you goes out to head football coach Brian Armstrong, volleyball coach Lori Kelly, soccer coach Richard Duffy. I am Bob Ritterott. Thanks for joining us for the Rocky Report.